We read in the Parsha about the mitzvah of Shemitah, that every 7th year there was a sabbatical cycle, and in Eretz Yisrael you're not permitted to be involved agriculturally in the land. All the produce of the land becomes ownerless. Whoever chooses to go into the property is permitted to take of the produce. Chazal tell us, based on Psukim, that because Klal Yisrael did not observe 70 sabbatical years, this is why Klal Yisrael were in exile for 70 years in Golus Bovel. Every year they did not keep the Shemitah, they were displaced for a year. Only after 70 years were they able to come back to rebuild the Bayis Sheni. So the Medrash quotes a pasuk, Tilim Baruch Hashem Alochov, Giborei Koach, Osed Voro. Baruch Hashem Alochov, who are the Giborei Koach, the angels are Giborei Koach. They're powerful with strength, Osed Voro. They do His word, Lishmo L'Kol Dvoro. Baruch Hashem Alochov, who are we speaking about? Rav Huna b'Shem Ravach Omer Eile Yisrael Hu Omer Giborei Koach Osed Voro Lishmo L'Kol Dvoro Sheikdimu Asi L'Shmiya. Who are the angels that they do His word even before knowing what the degree of the obligation is, or what the obligation is? It's Klal Yisrael, it's Sinai, who it's a Nasa v'Nishma. Rabbi Yitzchak Avchom Elu Shomri Shviyas. Who are the Giborei Koach? They have enormous power that they totally subjugate themselves to HaKadosh Baruch Hu's will. Those who observe the Shviyas, Lom Nikra Shmo Giborei Koach. Why are they called Gibor? Why does one need enormous strength to observe the Shemitah? Rosh Shesodeu Mufkeres. Person sees his field is deemed ownerless. V'ilnosav Mufkorim, and his trees are ownerless. V'asiyogim Uforotzim, and all the fences are breached. V'roa Peirosav Necholim, and he sees the produce being consumed by others. V'kovish is Yitzro V'einu Medaber, and he suppresses his inclination, he remains silent. V'shanu Rabboseinu, Chazal tell us, Ezo Gibor, HaKovish is Yitzro, who is truly the powerful one, the one who was able to suppress his inclination. So why they called Giborei Koach? Was to be able to see the person has toiled, his effort, this is his creation, and now the Torah says it's ownerless and people partake of it without any concern for the original owner. To remain silent and watch this, you have to be Giborei Koach. You have to have tremendous power over yourself to suppress your inclination, not to try to prevent this. Therefore, they Giborei Koach. But yet, it says that Klal Yisrael Sinai, when they said Nasa v'Nishma, they were also Giborei Koach, because they spoke as angels. That they said Nasa, they accepted unequivocally before they knew the extent of the obligation. And when they said Nasa v'Nishma, Kodesh Baruch says, Mil Gilo Rosel Lebonai, who revealed this secret to my children? That they express themselves like angels. Because what is an angel? An angel is created to do the will of God. So therefore it's waiting to do the will, it just needs the order. Klal Yisrael ascended to a level of Malochim at Sinai, and therefore they spoke like angels. So what is Nasa v'Nishma? Nasa v'Nishma means that we totally negate ourselves to Hashem. That was Nasa v'Nishma. Shomri Shviyas, it seems to be you need superhuman strength to do this, to restrain yourself, to see your fruits ownerless, the trees, the fences are breached, and especially over here, as we once pointed out, by all laws which pertain to tzedakah, to charity, to distribution of various tithes, to the Kohen, to the Levi, there's what we refer to as Tovas Hanor. The person who distributes it has a right to choose which Kohen, which Levi, which foreman, to what degree. In terms of Shemitah, you have no say in the matter whatsoever. The people who partake of your produce don't even have to acknowledge you that you're the owner, that you created this. Even one's enemy could go out, could enter the field without even consulting. We're asking permission from the owner. To be able to allow such a thing take place, but why were we able to do this? Why were we able to do this? Because since we ourselves have already actualized that characteristic of Nasav and Ishma, that we were Gibore Koach at Sinai, this is another manifestation of the Gibore Koach, which manifests itself in Shemitah. But what is that? What is Shemitah? Shemitah, as the Rishonim, as the Medrash says, this is again to commemorate creation. Every 7 years, we commemorate. It's called Shabbos LaHashem. We declare Hashem is what? Is the creator. Hashem is the king. We are subjects. So Shemitah itself is a subjugation to the king, to the will of the king. Because he is the creator. He created the world specifically for that. Why did he create the world? Specifically for Torah. B'shvil Teresh Nikus Reishis. That's why he created it. So therefore, once we were able to meet the challenge at Sinai to say Nasav Nishma, it carries and continues through the Shemitah.